Welcome everybody to another Voice of Nick show. We're doing more of our Posthomerica illustrations here, and we're gonna keep working on this this thing with Philiptides. And this time we're working on Diomedes here. I think he's a little taller than he should be, although Odysseus is kind of squatted down, so I don't know. We won't change it yet. What we're doing with Diomedes right now is we're just kind of building out his character design. That's what we got so far. All right, it's looking good. Let's keep going. I think I'm gonna change this to what's going on? I'm gonna change this to wrap around. All right. Now let's keep going with this part. What do we want to do with this? It should probably live in front of, right? I don't know. All right, so let's add these pieces. And we'll put maybe a little flourish on there. All right. I think we should also have the cloak actually overlapping the other thing. So we're going to, I guess, delete this part. So it's like the armor plate is on top of the cloak, which is then on top of this undershirt thing. Yeah, I think that's right. Welcome Gaming Hour to the show. We're doing our Posthomerica illustrations once again. How you doing, Game and Hour? Alright, so let's get that in there. We're gonna get this. Okay. Okay, good. Now what do we want as a pattern on this armor? Let's take a look. I have a concept here. I don't think I'm going to use that though. We don't want to use the same thing as this. I really like that scaled pattern, but I don't think we should use it again. Let's try something like this. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's try another design real quick. That's what we had on the other guy's X armor. I don't think we should do the same thing though. What if we had, what else could we do? That's kind of the same thing. Yeah, I think we're gonna go for the square things. Game and Hour saying pretty good. Got me a few new Switch games. Nice. What games are you playing on Switch now? We needed to have less bones here for a second. There we go. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. Yeah, I like that design. Okay, we're gonna keep the breastplate and chest plate thing clean, so we're not gonna put any designs on that. And let's also clean up this middle section here. Good. We can add dark sections in the center if we want, but we're not gonna have that yet. Okay. Let's get rid of the guides for a second. Good. I think we might want to put a similar design to the top part on here. Let's see if this is any good. Game Now are saying Immortals Phoenix Rising. Oh, nice. Getting in that Greek mythology mindset. Subnautica and Subnautica 2. Good stuff. I hear really good things about Subnautica games. Never played one of them. Sounds like you got your work cut out for you. There's a lot of stuff to play for sure. Enjoy. Yeah, pretty cool. Alright, so it's like a chainmail texture, whatever you call this, scaled texture on this part of the armor. Okay, uh-oh. Now, let's keep going. Need to fix his ankle there. Now, so with Odysseus, we were using an existing design for the cape. Now we're making our own. So this will probably take us a bit to come up with. Welcome LL Mika to the show. Good to see you. What are you up to lately? I wonder if the small switch screen is limiting. Oh, gaming hour connects it to your monitor? Yeah, that's the way I do it too. It's great to play it handheld, but you know, it's like pretty miraculous feeling to have it on handheld. Just the concept that a handheld console can do that. But yeah, I always play it on my monitor as well. Alright, so now we want to turn off the bones. And we're going to do this. And we have to be aware of the spots where the black is going to make it invisible. Because don't forget that we have a black background in this picture, which is not currently enabled right now. Okay. So we have this kind of checkerboard pattern going across the robes. And then what can we do, maybe like this, to separate it? Because otherwise you won't see the black. It's sort of a comic book technique that they really impressively used in this ancient piece of Greek pottery that I'm looking at, is to put a white line that separates two black surfaces. All right, great. Let's get rid of the guides for a second. Okay, so that's his robe. We're also going to make the black, or the inside part of this black. Oops. I think that turned out pretty well. Now these are kind of pointless to do because they're not going to be visible anyway. Maybe we could have it come back in like this. Good. Gaming and I were saying I watched the 20-year Harry Potter anniversary show on HBO Max. All I'm going to say is I broke down. Wow, yeah, I knew they were doing that, right. I didn't know it when it was happening, though. Well, that's cool. I'm glad that it was good. Broke down, huh? So I'm going to copy this design I came up with for Odysseus's cape so it looks like they're part of the same army. Because they're not wearing the same armor. But the thing about the Greek warriors is that they all kind of wore their own armor because they're not from the same nation's army. The Greek army in the Iliad and Posthomerica by extension, just in the Trojan War, it's comprised of all the Greek nations that were a part of this pact to protect the marriage of Menelaus. So every major character is actually from a different army. And so they're typically portrayed as all being in totally different armor from each other, even though they're on the same team. And we're trying to do the same thing here. So my idea is that Odysseus and Diomedes are wearing totally different armor, but their cloaks are standard issue, like from whatever, you know, person hands out the stuff, you know, at the Greek camp. The cloaks all came from the same place, is my idea here. I think that makes sense. Uh-oh. These are kind of too far apart. There we go. Good. Interesting. It was so good it has me rewatching the movies and getting hyped for the Hogwarts game. Oh right, yeah, I forgot about that game. It's supposed to be a pretty cool idea. I don't know if I'll play it. I guess I'll play it. This is his left foot. Oh, that's why this looks weird, because I drew the foot backwards. I for some reason I thought it was his right foot. Okay. We made his armor here a little too thick. I would like to be able to see his leg peeking through it. Maybe here. We'll put straps on it. Good. Maybe they're wearing the same. Or you know what? No, Diomedes' armor is going to have the scales instead of the squares. Because it's kind of the aesthetic we've had for Diomedes' armor. Yeah, Diomedes I'm pretty sure is from Argos. And Odysseus obviously is from Ithaca. And we all know that from the Odyssey. So maybe these are like the armor styles that they wear in those two different regions. We're just thinning out this line. Okay. Game Interesting. No official release date yet. I've heard maybe October before it drops. Okay, so it's not necessarily coming out now. But there's plenty of other games to spend our time on until then, I suppose. Death Stranding just got a PC release date for the PS5 edition, whatever, the Game of the Year, whatever they call it, remastered edition, is now coming out for the PC as well. That's pretty exciting. The director's cut, that's what it's called. Okay. Pretty cool. I am kind of feeling like I should We'll have to see it when it's filled in, but I think this might be too much on here and here. So we'll kind of decide it when it's filled in. I don't know. Yeah, it looks cool on this. But like this might be a different texture than whatever these are. Especially this, because this would be metal. But then this and this are going to be like some kind of padded, you know, material thing. Maybe actually let's get rid of it on here, because that's for sure. This is going to be a different texture. If you do too many of the same motif, it just starts to look kind of exhausting visually. There should be like a specialness to it. Yeah, maybe something as simple as that. Like, yeah, I think that's better. It gives the impression that it's like a bronze thing instead. Okay, so it's looking good. We still have to do his arm holding the torch, which is actually going to live in front of Odysseus's cloak. And then we want to detail out the rest of this part of his leg, which is pretty simple to do. So we're pretty much there. After that, we do the cave itself. Good stuff, ladies and gents. That's going to do it this time for the Posthomerica illustrations. If you like what you saw, don't forget to hit the follow button. I will see you next time.